Radio check.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I'm Meg,
I'm Chelsea.
and it's time to talk about how we think the Dutch GP will go down. But first, let's check in on our last race predictions.
I mean, we have to review the last ones, who flopped, who got it closest. Meg was out of town, as some of y'all know. But Melissa had Kimmy, Lewis, and Charles. 1 out of 3. Wrong spot, but she still got him. And then I got all of them. Kimmy, Lando, Max. Not in the right order. I should have bumped Kimmy all the way to the bottom. That was on me. Sorry, Lando. I should have believed in you more. But I was close.
You need the belief that I have.
I need the belief that Meg has for so many people. Now, if you're listening, this is going to be our predictions for the next race, Netherlands. Before we get into it, I would love to talk about some big moments in case you may have missed these. 1. Niki Lauda won the final Dutch GP before the circuit disappeared from the calendar for like 36 years. It was also his final race in general and his final Formula One victory. I'm sorry, but I just think it's so cool to have like so much history in this one track. This is literally one of the reasons I like Formula One. So love that. But after it disappeared for 30 years, I thought it was funny because it was brought back in 2021. And of course, who is it that has a Grand Slam weekend but Max Verstappen? Max Verstappen. Literally because of this, though. I would say this is known as like the Orange Bowl for Formula One. You go there and it is just a sea of orange people and smokes. It's just it's a lot. Take a freaking breathing mask if you can.
There in Austria, I feel like, are the two places for like Orange Army headquarters. Like,
it's kind of crazy.
It's mad.
Respectable, but crazy.
Oh, yeah. And in sad news, this will be the last race at Zandvoort for the foreseeable future. So sad.
5 happy years.
We will no longer be at the beaches of the Netherlands. It's a nice track, so it'll be sad to see it go. It normally does provide good races. Yeah, history's good. But we'll see. Maybe in a few years' time, 30 years, it'll come back. But
you never know.
You never know.
I will say I find it interesting that because this is the last weekend that we will be here, they're bringing up a sprint weekend. And it's the first sprint weekend, like, I think ever on Dutch land. So, interesting concept, but I guess they were just trying to close it out with a bang, and this was what they could come up with.
It'll be interesting.
I mean, I guess if you're going to be attending, it is much more fun to get your money's worth and see kind of like 2 races in one weekend. So I do like that they did that for the fans, but I'm also just not a big sprint fan anymore with all the points and stuff. So
yeah, I will say going to a sprint weekend. Well, I mean, we only went one day, but I feel like it's nicer for fans because it gives you the option of you can go on race, like if you can't do the full weekend, like
right,
you can still go on Saturday and experience a taste of what the race would look like, and you get to experience quali at the same time. So I will say that is nice. I'm also not the biggest fan of sprint weekends, but as someone who would go to the race, I think it is nice.
I think it's definitely a race I would want to check out just because it's kind of like is it Monza where all the Tifosi are?
Mm-hmm.
So like it's kind of like that, but for the Dutch fans, and I just kind of want to be in it. I want to experience the fan base just once. But I do think it's like you said, I wouldn't be able to do all weekend. I think I would only be able, or I should say capable of handling one day there, and it would probably be Saturday.
The Orange Army looks like they always have a good time. So
they do on TikTok. They're like they go crazy with all their fan bases and the drinking and the partying and having very niceness. And I'm like, okay, y'all are nice. So
like I would love to spend a weekend with them. Orange Army, if you're listening. Chelsea, Mel, and I would love to come spend a weekend with you. I got orange.
It's okay, Orange Army. Just, wrong orange, but Orange Army.
I think they like Lando, so
I think they do. But I will definitely say I wasn't too sure how I wanted to predict this race. I definitely feel like this is a max race. So I I did put him in first for my top 3. I don't know how accurate that is, but I put Max in P1. I ended up putting Lando in P2. You're welcome. You gave me a little faith for that. But I put Oscar in P3 because I think it's going to be a McLaren one too. Something
ooh,
is inkling to me to say that. Maybe I'll get it right like last time and it'll just be a Max sandwich. I don't know. But we'll see.
maybe. I'm backing my boy. Lando P1, baby. He's gonna start summer break on a high, come back from summer break on a high. I think he needs redemption after what happened at Zandvoort last year, so he'll be on it. Normally for sprint weekends, he does well anyways, so
True.
I think I think he has a shot at winning this thing. Max P2. It's the last Dutch GP. He's going to be up there on the podium, or at least he's going to try his best to be up there. So
Right.
we'll see. And then I had to put Kimmy in P3 just because I feel like you can't count that kid out. Like, he's just
You
always there.
can't. I feel
So
like the 3 drivers you can never like count out are Kimmy, Max, and Lando.
that's why I normally just say they're my predictions for the top three.
I mean, yes, but like literally, if 2 of them aren't on there, I always assume one will be at this point in the racing.
Yeah, if his car works and he isn't penalized, he should be on the
Right.
podium realistically. So we'll
I
see.
guess we'll see. I will
And then
say Melissa was on my vibe, so
she was on your vibes. Melissa Mel, she sent in her predictions to us. She has Max in first, Lando in second, and instead of Oscar, she has Kimmy for third.
which I understand the faith.
So, similar to me in the sense that we're going for the same 3 guys, just a slightly different order.
I know. I think it's just I always go based off like the history and I just kind of assume it's going to repeat itself at some point. Usually does. Although would it be crazy if like a top 3 from last year repeated itself in just a different order? I think that'd be so funny. Oh, I love it. But that really is all for our predictions. I really think Max will get it, but I could see Lando kicking his ass too. So give or take, depending on how these upgrades keep going. But that is a wrap on our predictions. Stay tuned for summer break. We're gonna do a little book club coming soon. You can
Go
find
check
us
it
on
out.
socials. We're at Insta, YouTube, TikTok, Threads, at Radio Check You there. You can stay up to date on all the new episodes coming out. You can like, subscribe, drop your thoughts below. Let us know who you think is gonna win. And if we're completely wrong, tell us. Call us out. Yeah.
Be
Not,
honest.
but like in a nice way. Don't be mean. Okay. See you all next episode. Bye.
See ya.